The next app we are going to talk about is Maps. It's another app that has received important updates in iOS 18. And this is because now we can, for example, create custom routes. We can build any kind of walk from nature hikes to city strolls. That's what it says. We can create our custom routes and save them. So if we click on continue now, we see that now we have this library tab. And if we click here, we can see that I have 0 routes, but we can create a new route. For example, let's tap here by the beach. And now let's tap, for example, here, close to the library. And we see that it has created a route for us from Hietaniemi to the park. It says how many kilometers. It also says the elevation. And we can decide if we want to do a loop. In this case, it will be that we go back and forward. And when we decide that it's going to be a loop, the kilometers increase because then it counts the distance that it takes to go there and then to come back, of course. And now we can either check directions or we can save this route. We can save it into our Maps library and give it a name. And we can also choose if we want to download the route so it's available even when we are offline. So let's keep it that way. Now we see that it's downloading. And if we click on directions, now what happens is that we get the directions to our starting point. And eventually, once we are at the starting point, we will get the directions of the route itself. So now our route is being downloaded. Now we know how to create routes. And if we go back to our main screen, we see that in this library tab, we can again see what are our pinned locations, our saved places, our guides through the cities, probably, and our routes. On the top side of the screen, we can also tap here in the map and we can decide between the different maps that now are more precise. And for example, we also have the public transportation map and the satellite. And here within the satellite, if we tap these 3 dots, we can decide if we want to see the labels or not, and if we want to see traffic or not. And once we are in, we can also choose 3D or 2D. And now the level of detail is quite impressive. And by the way, saving these routes, it's not only useful in the city, but also you can use it for hiking or biking. So this is a nice way also to plan your time outdoors in advance and making sure that your iPhone is always ready for your adventures.